Hello, Palo Alto. Today is Friday, May 28th, 2021, and InFocus starts right now.
Embarcadero Road. Walk sign is on the crossing.
Welcome to InFocus. I'm Samo Senin. As the year wraps up, you might want to explore a new interest or hobby during the summer, maybe even cryptocurrency. In the world of technology, NFTs have exploded in popularity. InFocus reporter Anish Tiwari explains how these non-fungible tokens work and talks with an environmental activist about their negative impact on the fight against climate change.
During the past few months, you probably have heard about the sudden rise of NFTs and their appearance in the world of sports, pop culture, and art. But you might not truly understand how non-fungible tokens actually work.
An NFT is basically a digital version of any object that we have in the real world. I mean, if you consider that a Bitcoin is the equivalent of $1 or something like that, you consider that an NFT is the exact equivalent of, a collectible, of a car, of a house, or something like that.
That's Gautier Zuppinger, the COO and co-founder of nonfungible.com, the largest NFT data platform in the world. His platform gives users many options to view the NFT market, evaluate assets, and discover new tokens. For example, artists can use this platform to sell their art to interested buyers and collectors. However, these non-fungible tokens are really just digital files, like a JPEG or a video clip. So why would anyone pay millions of dollars for NFTs? Well, there are a limited amount of these digital assets that are actually authenticated. Collectors or buyers might bid for an NFT to support an artist, or just to have the acknowledgement that they are one of the only people to own one. This proof of certification, which proves someone's ownership, is tracked by a blockchain network, which comes at a cost, one that has drastic effects for the world we live on. Throughout the surge in popularity of cryptocurrency and blockchain networks, critics and climate activists have raised questions surrounding NFTs and their substantial contribution to the world's rapidly growing climate change issue. Brendan McGill, co-founder of Offsetra, a platform that supports pro-carbon projects, explains the true environmental impact of NFTs and other forms of cryptocurrency.
The environmental impact is actually pretty high. I think, you can compare Ethereum and Bitcoin combined as like being, the same amount of energy as a small country would consume in a year. I've heard it equated to Chile or Argentina for Bitcoin, and I think Ethereum is quickly catching up to that number. Clicking mint on an NFT or send on a transaction doesn't directly burn energy, but it gets added to a block, and the block, blocks are being mined every 13 minutes, and that mining is what's using a ton of energy.
To offset a negative environmental impact from NFTs, McGill encourages donating and supporting pro-climate organizations and projects.
People see a very high footprint and they don't know what to do about it. Some people feel really bad that they've taken part in Ethereum and that Ethereum uses so much energy. So one of the things our calculator does is it tries to encourage you to offset your footprint. Offsetting is actually a very direct way for you to make up for that footprint. And actually a lot of NFT artists have got together and helped raise money for carbon offsetting projects like ours. And we've partnered with some platforms who are now automatically offsetting, every transaction and every NFT.
While new innovations such as NFTs are expanding in popularity, it is imperative to be conscious about their environmental impact and take action in the fight against climate change. For InFocus, I'm Anish Tiwari.
Earlier this year, NASA made history by landing the Perseverance rover on Mars. InFocus reporter Matthew Ehrlich explores how the rover managed to land and what it could mean for finding life on the red planet.
On February 18th, 2021, NASA made history by landing a rover onto Mars, taking only 203 days to get there.
Confirmed. Perseverance safely on the surface of Mars, ready to begin seeking the sands of past life.
This rover, named Perseverance, is designed to hunt for past signs of microbial life on Mars. It is the first NASA mission to hunt directly for these biosignatures since the Viking missions in the 1970s. The Perseverance rover is designed to study the rock record to reveal more about the geologic processes that created and modified the Martian crust and surface through time. Each layer of rock on the Martian surface contains a record of the environment in which it was formed. Josh Bloom, a teacher here at Pali that has extensive knowledge on the subject, has more.
What the Perseverance lander will essentially be doing is looking for what are called biosignatures. And those biosignatures are basically what we would consider to be either indirect or direct indication that life once existed on Mars. The Perseverance lander, the first to be directly looking for those biosignatures.
Perseverance isn't a very big drone also, meaning NASA had to squeeze all of its ingenuity into a 9 feet wide and 7 feet tall rover.
What the rover is going to be doing is also taking core samples, drilling down a few inches, and then stores them in these sealed containers, is that a further mission will be sent to Mars to collect those samples that are dropped by the rover, and then return those samples to Earth to be studied in a laboratory.
The rover hit the Martian atmosphere traveling at almost 12,000 miles per hour, and at an altitude of about 1 mile, the descending rover fired its engines, while a new terrain relative navigation system kicked in to identify a safe landing spot. Essentially, it scanned and analyzed the terrain below, then matched it up with maps in its database to prepare for a touchdown. A 70-foot, 21-meter diameter parachute deployed to slow the craft further, bringing its descent to a crawl. Finally, the rover system began its task of lowering the rover the rest of the way to the ground for a soft, gentle landing. Touchdown on Mars. Nearly 60 years have passed since the first spacecraft was sent to Mars, and it's been inspiring to reflect on the progress that has been made since then. As we've become more familiar with Mars over time, and as our technological capabilities have expanded and improved, our methods for exploration have evolved in turn. And with each new mission, we've pushed the boundaries a little bit more each time, or in the case of Perseverance, a lot more. For InFocus, I'm Matthew Ehrlich.
That does it for today's show. Be sure to check out our website, subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch previous content, follow us on Instagram to engage with our content, and Twitter for updates and breaking news. Until next time, I'm Samo Senian, and this has been InFocus.